Hey everyone, welcome back to another Asking It. This is Asking It number 8, I think. And yeah, the room I'm in is a little bit messy at the moment. As you guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I've moved things up a little bit, so I've got a week off and kind of sorting out the stuff. But anyways, let's get into this week's Asking It. So, first question I've got here on my iPad is from Xanthic Dragon, and he's asked, what are your thoughts on the Vidiyo line and the new release for June? So talking about the releases in June, there is so much stuff. I don't even know what's coming out when. I mean, there's new Lego city sets with all the animals. They look fantastic. I want to get all of those, but you know what, they're very, very pricey as well, so I think I'm going to wait if I get any of them for a sale potentially for those. But there's some really cool ones like the snake that's got the printing, the new monkeys, although you know they're definitely not as good as the pirate ones from yesteryear, but they're still pretty cool nonetheless. And I don't know if I would ever have the room to make a zoo, but if you guys have the room to make a zoo, you've got some fantastic animals now. And actually, I even spotted a little sheep in that new Mickey and Minnie lineup, which looks pretty cool as well. So don't think there are sheeps in zoos, but those old goats are worth a lot of money, so at least you can get a sheep now to add to that. In fact, talking about the Mickey and Minnie ones, that's another really cool one. You now get Goofy in a cheaper set, which is really nice. And I think all of those Mickey and Minnie ones are absolutely fantastic. In fact, some of them might even use to make a little Mickey Mouse store somewhere potentially, because one of them actually looks like, I think it is the one with Goofy and Pluto in, it actually looks like it could be just one of those stores you often see for the Disney stores. I think it has that same kind of color palette to it, so definitely excited to get that one as well. Another cool one is the Creator 3-in-1 sets. There's that really cool Ferris wheel. That looks amazing, and it's a lot smaller and a lot cheaper than the old one, which I didn't get, so definitely going to be picking up that at some point again. So going back to the original thing with the Vidiyo line, I mean, does anyone really care about this Vidiyo stuff? I mean, the sets that have come out, that pirate ship is ridiculously expensive. Some of the minifigs are really cool. In fact, my favorite one is actually that bear one. I know a lot of people don't like the bear, but I think he looks really, really cool, especially with like the transparent legs kind of stuff. That looks awesome. But I don't know, I just think they're really, really expensive, and I just don't see who's going to be buying this stuff. So I might get the series, because I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but they are technically a CMF series. So let me know in the comments down below if you consider them part of the CMF series. But if so, I'll probably get them to go in my cabinet downstairs with all the other CMFs that I've got at the moment. But other than that, I'm just really not too bothered about those videos. I'm going to wait. Maybe if they're on like super, super reduced down the line, like the first wave is, I might pick up one or two there. So next question is from TJ Jubble, and he says, Asking It, are you going to buy that Creator Black Falcon 3-in-1 when it releases, or do you want to see more pictures? I love castles, so I am. Anyway, enjoying the content as always. So actually, yeah, that's one I just missed out on that list just. So the one he's on about is a 3-in-1 castle, and actually since this, because it was 4 days ago, we have seen super high rendered images of that castle set. I think it looks really, really cool, but originally when I saw it blurred, I actually thought, that looks just like the castle from Legoland Windsor, which, you know what, now I've seen the high-res versions, it kind of does because it's more colourful and stuff. So it could be used quite well to go in that Legoland theme park set. But I'm not a big castle fan, I've said this before. I bought the blacksmith recently, but that was to kind of mock it into a pub at some point. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get that one. I do kind of think, and I was watching Jang's video on this, I do think it's a little bit expensive for what it is, the £100 mark. We'll have to see when someone else has maybe reviewed it and stuff. I don't think it's one that I'm going to pick up day one to have a look at that, but I'd be really interested to know your guys' thoughts on whether you think it's too expensive or not. But £100, it looks pretty decent. I think you probably want to get like 2 of it maybe, or even 3 of it if you like the alt builds as well, because it's like a really cool like Rapunzel's tower and also like a windmill one as well. So I think the alt builds for it are pretty cool as well, especially if you're into castle. So next question is from Johnny Hayes, says, when will you be going to the London store? It'll be awesome to see you there. So London's literally when COVID kind of passes, when I go back to London more often. I'm actually going to London next week, but I don't think I'll be near the Leicester store. If I am, I might pop in for a little vlog or something. But you know what? I've spent so much money on Lego Star Wars this week that I think I'll have to leave the Lego store alone for a couple of weeks. Maybe June the 1st. So Matthew Hackett has asked, great video. How long do you think it will take you to collect all of the Star Wars minifigures? And where do you recommend buying the figs? Well, I'll show you what I've kind of got at the moment, actually. So mind the mess over here. It's a little bit of a behind the scenes, but you can see actually my members stream who made it. This is so cool. Look how awesome this is. We're going to have to hang this up somewhere. I'm so happy with this. Thank you so much for everyone who put in money towards this and stuff for our wedding. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I think we're going to be changing this. So when we hit 10K, we'll put 10K there and then maybe each kind of roll. But anyway, let's get back onto the minifigures. So you can see I've actually started collecting. I've got quite a few more of them now with that 50 recently. That kind of filled up this little bit, a bit more. And you can see behind here, we've now started to get some more figures here. Steph laid them down because they kept falling over. But we've got some quite nice ones of the older ones down here as well, which are pretty cool. So yeah, Clone Wars is kind of catching up. We're not doing too bad. I mean, there's quite a lot of holes, obviously, but I think we've got probably around 400 of them now out of the 1200, so that's not too bad at all. So I think, yeah, we're kind of getting there, but it's going to take quite a while to collect them all. So yeah, like I said, I currently got around 400, but over 400 now, so not doing too bad. I think it's going to take quite a while to collect them all, though. Potentially, you know, the next 8 or 9 months to get majority of them, and then there's obviously those super expensive ones like the Chrome C-3PO and the Yoda, which I'll have to probably treat myself to at certain points of the progression of the channel, potentially as like a little mini gift to myself. Now actually on the table right here, this is actually a really cool one that's a really expensive one, which Steph got me for our wedding, which is really nice. She bought it me on the day, which is the Chrome Stormtrooper one. So yeah, a really, really cool one that's added to the collection and an expensive one. I haven't taken him out of the bag just yet, but obviously as the collection gets bigger and bigger, I'll have to add him on there at some point. So B667 says, love the channel, keep up the good work. Well, thanks, man. But he says, question, with the rumours of the base plates retiring, would you suggest a new city to be built on them still, or rather go for the regular plate-based city, transferring modulars to something higher? Now, this is something that I seriously cannot answer. I have no idea. I have an inkling that LEGO will make something that's at that 2-plate height for us to build onto, potentially with the LEGO road plate system. They're going to have something to replace base plates. However, with how they use the road plates, they actually do make the plates lower than the actual road. So I don't know whether they'll make something 2 plates higher. They may just make something 1 plate high, and then we'll have to spend all that money to make them 2 plates high. So I really do not know. It's almost a little bit of a wait and see. And if you can kind of just make do with the fact that your city might be a bit, you know, uneven at the moment until we see within the next 12 months, then I would probably do that and just kind of have it all planned out, ready to then build up when you can. So Black Series Supreme Leader Kylie Sam has asked, what do you think about the LEGO Taj Mahal Summer 2020 set, and are you going to buy it? I'm guessing that. So Taj Mahal, again, I did say I didn't think architecture was dead, and obviously a week later they've kind of announced that there's a new architect set. I think it's absolutely awesome for architect collectors. Really, really cool. A lot more affordable price than the other 2 Taj Mahals that we've had in the past. So really, really cool one, and you don't need as much space to use it. But like I said, I'm not into architecture, so I'm not going to be getting that set at all. But it is really cool to have that as available as more architect sets coming out. So yeah, I think it's a really, really cool one to have to the collection. But that's it for this week's Asking It. If you have any questions, then put them in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, then what are you doing? Subscribe. But anyways, that's it for now. Ciao.